Hey, what is going on, everybody? You already know it is Wednesday night. It's 9:30 prime time. My name is Paul Spencer. That is a showstopper, Dave Yarnell. And boys and girls, it's still the Christmas season. I'm not pissed off. And welcome to the 215 Boys Live. What's going on, Dave?
You're not pissed off anymore? You okay?
Nah, Dave, it's Christmas, brother. I was pissed off for about a couple hours after Christmas, but then I settled down. Got some good Christmas movies in them with me. Spent time with the family, and you know what? There's more things out there than a Cowboys loss of importance to me. So I'm okay. I'm okay, Dave.
I was okay with it after an hour. It was fine. I dealt with it. No big deal. We're on to bigger and better things.
Well, even though inside, I'm trying to create a front here, Dave. I am still pissed off, but I got to create.
I am too, but I have to deal with it.
That image that I'm okay, but I'm not okay, Dave. But you know what? Hey,
we'll get over it.
The season's not over yet.
It's not the end of the world. Yeah,
it could be closing down on us pretty soon, Dave. But it's
coming close. Well, we still have a little time. We're good.
We're close. We're good. Eddie's checking in. What's going on, Eddie? He says, Paul and
Eddie,
Dave.
What's up, baby?
Eddie's still pissed though.
Okay. Well, don't let it ruin your Christmas. I hope it didn't ruin your Christmas, Eddie.
Listen, here's the thing, Dave. This could be a double whammy, but I'm not going to put that out there as it will happen. My Christmas was kind of bad because of the fact we lost on Christmas Eve, number one.
Yeah.
And Dave, what happens this week? We play basically on New Year's Eve, pretty much. Right. But
New Year's Eve we play on.
Dave, don't ruin my New Year's Day. Okay, I'm telling you now, Dave. Okay. You know what I mean?
I don't want to go 2 for 2 on this.
Hey, listen, at 52 years old, man, I can't survive much, and this might put me in the grave a little bit early. I do want to see 2024 on a good note, Dave.
But there is hope because we are home this weekend and we play better there. So that's something to look at.
That is true. We do definitely play better at home, of course. Chris Rapizzi checking in, diehard Eagles fan. He says, "Let's go Lions." Hey, Chris, you know what?
I
respect the words there, but
they won their division. They don't need to do anything else.
No, but Dave, as I said last week, Dave, they still are playing for.
They want that 2 seed. I know. I get it.
Listen, the way San Francisco played last night, plus they're losing a couple other people as well. Banged up this week. Of course, that number one option. If they lose 2 out of 3, Dave, and Lions went out, Dave, and the Eagles would lose the game. That Lions team could overtake the 1 spot if you really think about this, Dave.
Well, that 1 spot's open to anybody at this point. Think about it. I mean, if you really want to go that direction.
Yeah, I mean, if it's week, basically not week 17 anymore, week 18. Of course,
Mr. Purdy throwing 3 picks against the Ravens didn't help either. So,
that's what I mean, Dave. I mean, if it's week 18, really in the books, if you think about a 17-week season, 18 being the standout week, but if it's that and you wrap up your division, you have no seeding to play for. I can understand sitting some players, maybe, of course, but the Lions, man, they have everything to play for. So do we. I mean, Dave, you think about this. The Lions, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Niners, okay? Even Seattle's still in the hunt.
It's anybody's number one. The way I look at it.
Of course, 100%. Eddie says defense, offense worries me. We'll get into that, Eddie. We will definitely talk about that.
Detroit's off it. Yeah, Montgomery's good running back.
They do have 2 studs, and don't forget about my boy Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave.
I keep forgetting about him. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave. Remember during the draft, I said, man, I'm telling you, if you guys want to talk about running backs, look at Jahmyr Gibbs over Robinson, and look at this kid now in Lions, Dave. I mean, college football. I love college football, and that kid is outstanding for that situation,
Goff's a statue back there. I think we can get to him a couple times.
Chris has a great question before we get into the show here. Chris says, what do you think about the Rams over San Francisco this week? Well,
I like it, but I don't at the same time. It depends. Is Purdy playing? Is he starting, or is it going to be
you can't bench
Darnold?
You can't bench him. You can't bench
him.
I
mean, is he injured? Is the injury that bad that he?
I think he'll be back, honestly. I really do.
Okay. Because Darnold came in there, gave him a spark when he walked in, so I was kind of like, interesting.
Yeah, but that game was kind of out of hand too, Dave. If you think about it,
he had one good drive. He went in there,
Yeah, I mean, to me, Baltimore was playing like a covered defense where it's like, okay, we're going to give you what's in front of us, but we're not going to let you behind us.
No.
So I think that's why Darnold, shined a little bit too. But Chris, going to your point there, the Rams are fighting for a playoff spot. They're that wild card looking to get in. And if you beat that number 1 seed, and it goes a long way too, because you think about this, NFC West, same division. If it came down to a tiebreaker, they would hold that instant. Or even
that's what I'm saying, because the Rams beat them the last time they played. So
and 2-0. You know what I mean?
Two is it's a division game. They know each other pretty well. I'm not saying the Rams are going to win the game, but they have a shot.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the line actually. I think it's going to
Well,
be.
the Rams got the Giants this week. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I mean, coming down to that week, last week of the season, if it comes down to, there's two ways to look at it. If San Francisco wraps up the 1 seed, of course, then of course you take the Rams, of course. But if both teams are fighting, and you really don't want to overlook the Rams because of the fact that, just like I said earlier, if they're fighting for a 5, 6, 7 seed, or a 6 and 7 seed, they're going to fight because you want that. You want that.
Yeah.
And also it goes, I hate to say this, Dave, but you pick your poison who you want to play. Say if the Niners have the number 1 seed, Eagles get the 2 seed, or whatever have you. Do you want to play the Eagles, or do you want to play the Lions? You might just want to drop a game to go to a better matchup week 1. Some people do that. I hate saying it, Dave, as a coach. I hate saying that I'd rather play this team. I know I can beat this team. I have a better chance. I don't like that, but I think a lot of teams actually do that, Dave, if you think about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't disagree with that. But my thing is too. I mean, and I said this earlier. The number 1 seed's still up for grabs. I mean, it's really it's nobody's officially yet.
It definitely it's wide open.
If you think about it, but if the playoffs were to start today, we would start with Tampa Bay. That would be we'd be the 5 seed.
Even if we're the 5 seed, we're going to get Tampa Bay because that NFC South is the worst division. So we're going to get.
Well, it is either way. I mean, somebody's got to win it. I mean, it's still up for grabs at this point. I mean, who's to say? I mean, New Orleans is still in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still wide open, Dave. I mean, there's a lot of teams that the Eagles need our help this week, and there's a great comment right there.
Yeah, I heard that the Eagles fans are rooting for the Cowboys on Saturday night.
Joe says, "Hi guys, I'm rooting for you guys this week. All I want you to really do is."
Of course you are, Sully. I hear you.
Because hey, if we beat them, that takes away that advantage, of course. But everything is wide open, Dave. It's all going to be wide open too. I don't think the Eagles are going to lose another game. The Cardinals and the Giants and unless
hey man, I'll tell you, there's somebody that wants revenge on that team. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Dave, exactly. Joe says, good thing you're at home. We blow on the road. Hey, listen, I thought we were playing down K&A for a second because they blow really bad, Dave, on the road.
You know what, Joe? I know we're not good at away. I understand we're 3-5 on the road, and I understand that. But we did hold Miami to 24 points. It's not like they blew us out.
Yeah, but Dave, you know what? I went to Villanova.
I'm sorry, 22 points. It was 22. No, 22.
Well, Dave, you know what? Mama didn't raise a fool, and I know 24 is higher than 22.
Well, I get it, but I'm saying, but they didn't blow us out. I mean, we actually took the lead in the end, and it was like 3 minutes left.
Dave, I don't care if we got blown out 99-0 or 22-20. We lost that game. It's very simple. All I look at is
a loss is a loss, and I understand it. I get it, but I'm just saying we did. Our defense did hold a lot of field goals, and they didn't get many touchdowns. That's for sure.
Well, you know what, dude? It's a 3-phase game. You play great on defense. Your offense doesn't play, and special teams doesn't do a damn thing.
We did bend, but we didn't break a lot either. So
But Dave, I'm going to tell you this: we broke at the wrong freaking time.
Yeah, the last drive we broke. Yeah.
That's like running a marathon, Dave. You're going 26.2 miles. You got that 26 miles. You're in first place. Damn, I just tore my ACL and my Achilles.
That face mask by Damone Clark didn't help either.
There was a lot.
Come on, that was the main play of that drive. I mean, come on.
I mean, there was a lot of calls that could have gone both ways, Dave. I'm not.
I'm not saying that. You know what?
After that game, Dave, I'm just still asking myself one thing. What is roughing the passer? Because I honestly
nowadays, Paul, I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew.
I said this. I was like, "What is a catch?" I still don't know what a catch is in the NFL.
Micah was flipping, man. Micah was mad.
I didn't know what a catch was in the NFL. Now I don't know what roughing the passer is anymore. I have no idea. I'm still going to wait for that opportunity to understand it. You know what I mean? But
is it flag football now, Paul? Is that what it is? I don't know.
It's going to come down to flag football, Dave. In the next 10 years, it's going to be flag football. That definitely is. Joe says, an L and a L, Dave. We didn't get blown out in Seattle or at the Jets either. Yeah, L's and L. I agree, Joe. 100%.
I get it, Joe. 100%. I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it.
I'd rather be 16-0 and only win by 16 points or 17-0 and only win by 17 points the entire season as a record, based on scoring ability versus points allowed. And then
ask the Patriots who had that undefeated season and what happened to them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, a loss is a loss. It's no big deal. But Dave, let's get into this game, man. From the opening drive, Dave, we drive the ball down there. During our post-game show, I said I've never seen Dallas come out and use Hunter Lemke the way they did. 3 carries on the first drive, Dave. Looking good.
And he had 2 key first downs in that drive, if you remember.
He got a 3-yard first down, a 4-yard first down. a nice little 3-yard carry again, moving the chains a little bit. But then he gets down to the end zone, Dave, and it says, okay, it's Hunter time to get in the end zone. Dave, the son of a bitch, fumbled the ball.
I know. I think his eyes were bigger than his the run. I think he saw daylight and then just dropped the ball.
You know what, Dave, on the post. Hold on, let me get a drink because my mouth is going crazy here. I'm starting to get in a bad mood again, Dave.
Oh, what gets me is why didn't Pollard run to the outside instead of going to trying to make that run?
Pollard is not a inside gap runner.
But Dave, if he stays to the outside, he's going to score.
True. But going back to that fumble, Dave, I look at it both ways. Okay, Dave, if you're the fullback, how many times are you gonna get the ball a game? Maybe once or twice.
You don't give the ball. You don't give the ball to fullback on that play anyway. I mean, it's very rare to see it.
When you look at Hunter, a fullback, go back to the Moose days, Dave. He runs with his head down, shoulder pads low, right? Okay, that's what Hunter did as a fullback. Pollard runs up high, right? He's not a tall guy, but he runs up high, shoulder pad levels higher, right?
He does.
Prescott is so used to giving the ball at a shoulder level, breadbasket here. Look at that play, Dave. That ball was a little bit high. If you take Hunter Luepke out of that situation, you put Pollard in that situation, the ball is right in the breadbasket.
Why not Rico? That's what I could understand. Why couldn't Rico get the ball?
I said that too. I was like, why isn't Rico? He's been our pounder. I guess you give credit where credit's due. You put Luepke in the Hunter in the game for 3 solid runs. He gets you there. But Dave, that ball was more on Dak Prescott as well as it was on Hunter Luepke.
Well, I think it was on. It was. The ball wasn't there. I don't disregard. I thought the call was good. I had no problem with the call. No problem with it. It was just the person who had the ball.
I don't have a problem with the call either. I mean, but the thing that gets me, Dave,
you would have called the same thing being a coach, the same bang, pound that shit in.
I wouldn't have, Dave. If that was me, and what was it? Third and goal.
You wouldn't have pounded it on the 1 yard line. No, come on now.
I wouldn't have given it to the fullback. It was 3rd and 1, correct?
I'm not saying fullback run rate, whatever. You pound that in. Just pound it in.
I'm running that ball right. It's 3rd and goal. You know what? I'm taking 3 chances. I'm running the same damn set, Dave. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going I pro left, I pro right, back and forth. Okay. I'm putting a fullback in there. I'm putting my fullback in motion, like what we call scat move. He starts out here and he goes right behind the quarterback and stays right there. We're giving that ball. We're faking it to Hunter. Let him build a block, and we're going right to Pollard. If it doesn't work on Pollard, I'm bringing in Rico. If that's not going to happen, 3rd down, Dave, I'm going 13 personnel. Hendershot, Ferguson, Schoonmaker on the right side, Schoolhouse right, pound the damn ball, touchdown.
Yep, I agree.
That's all I'm doing.
I hear you. Okay, Coach, I hear you.
They pissed me off, Dave. But the thing is this, Dave, before I'm getting Chris comments real quick. The thing that pissed me off was you can tell he doesn't get the ball a lot because of the fact
right. You can.
He was in the end zone thinking he had a touchdown, looking for the
ball. He
was
in the end zone, the ball was behind him.
That tells me that you have no reps on the hand on the ball. You didn't even know you had the ball. The ball was 2 yards behind you.
I know. I know.
That tells me that he shouldn't be getting the ball because the reps aren't there, Dave.
But it wasn't. But let's keep it real. It was a good drive, though. It was a good drive. I mean,
it was. But Dave,
they were moving the sticks. They were getting the first downs. Yeah, and then he finds Lamb on a slant. Lamb takes it to the end zone. That should have been 14-0 at that point. If you think about it,
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I know.
But Dave, going to my point there, that's just like you love hot meals. You love eating. Say you like a burrito every day, a hot and a nice burrito. And next thing you know, you can't have a burrito. You got a bologna sandwich. It's cold and hot. That's what Hunter was. He got the bologna sandwich when he got a hot burrito. He didn't know how to hold it.
Like I said, I think he was too excited. He was just too excited. That's all I could think of.
I'm all for giving the guy.
McCarthy called his number in the huddle. Dak called the play. Next thing you know, I'm excited. I'm going to put the ball in, and I dropped it.
To me, if that's me, I'm thinking like, okay, McCarthy's got the play in the headset here. Okay, we're just going to run, iPro, 34 dive. That's the fullback dive there. To me, if that's I would say, you know what? Okay, we're going to run that on 2, whatever. I'm getting up to the line of scrimmage. Here we go. I'm calling the audible. Pollard, I just called your name. You're getting the ball. Hunter, you became a blocker. Yeah. That's what I'm doing, Dave. But I understand the play call because Hunter did make some big runs to get you the first down.
He did. He had 3 good. He had actually two solid runs to get that first down.
I get that. Going off a little topic here real quick. Russell Wilson, man, being benched.
Actually, they're not happy with him right now. Yeah.
That's insane, dude. The thing is, Dave, do you know how much
that's a lot of money? They're good. That's a lot of money, though, Paul. Man, wow.
Dave, not only money, we're talking draft picks for the next 2 freaking years.
2-3 years. Yeah.
Seattle, a lot of people laugh at Seattle and say, well, you gave away a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but you look at Seattle, what they got in return. They got two first-round picks basically out of this situation, and a quarterback that can play in Drew Lock. We know he can play being a bench guy, but who would have thought Russell Wilson being cut? That's insane.
Yeah, it's a very odd situation for especially Russell Wilson. He's a good player. He's pretty good.
And Joe brings up a great point.
Is he sliding? I mean, is he sliding a lot though? I mean, when he left Seattle, it was kind of like,
But I'll get to that point real quick. Then, what I think about it, Joe brings up a great point. If KC loses their last two and Denver wins with 2, they win the division.
I don't see KC losing though.
I don't either, but I'm just saying it's possible that they could do. You know what I mean? And Joe brings up a great point. Well, wonder if the Raiders would take Wilson.
I don't know. I don't think they would.
Think about it, though. Think about
that kid. That kid actually played pretty well the last couple of weeks, though.
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, he's been pretty decent.
But hey, listen, I think Denver knows the situations that they're not going to get.
I know they're not happy with Jimmy G right now, and Aiden O'Connell's actually playing pretty well. I don't see why what's the point of getting Wilson? I don't know where that would go.
Russell Wilson. To what you said, Joe brings up a thing here. He said, I don't think Wilson has played that bad. I don't think so either, too. You think about what he has surrounding him, too. The weapons he don't have, in the first
he's got Cortland Sutton. He's got a couple.
But the first 4 games of the season, he had nobody, Dave. The wide receivers were all out. Remember that?
That's true.
And they made a like a 180 turn here, turning it all around. But I think Russell Wilson, we always talk about even, with Sean Payton being a guru, offensive guru, but there is a difference between putting a player in a scheme that will work for him. Russell Wilson isn't the running cubic that he is now. We've seen it. Seattle, he can get the ball, extend the pocket, extend the play. He doesn't do that now. He's more of a 3-step, 5-step, stay in the pocket, let me throw it out to you.
Yeah, he's a pocket passer. Yeah.
Denver's not that type of, a team, Dave,
No, they're not.
Yeah. Joe says, there are a ton of places for Wilson. Oak is just a guy. I agree. I think if he goes to the Raiders, I think that would be an upgrade for them. I really do.
Yeah, but maybe he's just a guy, but he's a guy playing pretty good ball the last couple of weeks. I can't.
But I think if I get a chance and it's, money, apples for apples, whatever, money-wise, I'm going to take Russell Wilson in a situation.
I think Russell Wilson's losing it, to be honest with you. That's why I wouldn't go. I would stick with Aiden O'Connell.
I think he has a lot of tread left on those tires, honestly. I mean, that's just me, Like to me, I'm going to solidify the O line first at Denver. Even with they're not there anymore, but I would solidify the O line. And the only thing bad about the Raiders is that O line's bad. You know what I mean? And
it's not great.
That's not what's meant for Russell Wilson because he's going to be running more than he really should be, and he don't want to be that running quarterback anymore. He wants to be that.
I got to give the Raiders credit. I mean, they scored 2 touchdowns in 7 seconds.
You know what? Speaking of the Raiders,
it's got to be the quickest I've ever seen.
Speaking of the Raiders, it's Ken Fry. What's up, guys?
There's the Raider guy right there.
Now, here's the question. Joe brought up the question.
Ken, my partner.
What do you do? Do you take a flyer on Russell Wilson over Aiden O'Connell right now? Ken, if you're still listening, let me know what you're going to do.
I think you go with Aiden O'Connell, but that's just.
And here's a great thing. O'Connell only threw for 86 yards this week. He's a backup for a reason, basically.
Okay.
Yep. Ken says Wilson has 22 Ds. I still think single digits. Exactly. So you're taking a flyer on Russell Wilson, correct, Ken? I said, but they got to solidify that offensive line because Russell Wilson cannot beat you with his legs anymore.
Do you think the Raiders would be interested? I mean, then where's that put Jimmy G?
And the welfare line, the unemployment line.
I'm just asking. I mean,
Dave, for a quarterback that can't throw the ball deep and he has no mobility, overpaid, you know what? I'm cutting my ties with him. I'm letting him walk because, listen, I take Cooper Rush over freaking
Jimmy G.
I take Marcus Mariota over Jimmy G. Okay. Hell, I take Zach Wilson over.
Okay.
I'm pushing it there.
You're pushing.
Yep. I would look elsewhere. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought Ken would say he would take Russell Wilson. Okay.
Yeah.
Russ has too much money. Now, see, that's when I want to look at that contract. Does Denver actually hold that contract where they have to bite most of the contract?
Now, see, I can see Justin Fields going to the Denver.
I don't know about Justin Fields because he's still iffy to me. I know he can burn you with his legs, but they gave him more this year, and he had glimpses of good and bad, Dave. So I don't know about Justin Fields right now. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I got
you
you.
look around the league, there aren't too many spots. I agree with that. He's going to have to go
No,
to a
there's
place
not really. There's really not. Where else could he go except
yeah,
for?
he's gonna have to go to a place that has the weapons and a solid offensive line to keep him in the backfield, upright. If he's on the ground, I don't care who you are, you're not gonna be
Is
playing.
Minnesota going to pay Kirk this year? I don't know.
Dave, here's a great thing. If you imagine if Kirk Cousins was with these weapons, Addison, Justin Jefferson,
I know.
even
But
they did
he
lose
was playing well before the injury, though. I mean, if you think about it, they were playing actually pretty well before he got hurt.
Well, they had a losing record too. You remember that?
Well, it's true, but I'm saying, but he wasn't playing bad though.
Yeah, I think they were 0-4 to start the season, but Kirk Cousins is one of those guys that how you like me now. He plays good, he plays bad, but he does what he does.
What's up, Linda?
What's going on, Linda? Thanks for checking in. Hope you had a good Christmas and
yeah, I hope your Christmas was good, girl.
Definitely. Ken says guaranteed $40 million next year. I'd rather have Russ. That's speaking of Garoppolo's $40 million, correct?
I think Russ is. I don't think Russ is as good as everybody thinks he is anymore.
Wait, Garoppolo's $40 million guaranteed next year. That's to me. If that good God, are you serious? Garoppolo. That's insane to me. That's
Jimmy
insane.
G.
Yep. Here's a great thing. I wonder if Pittsburgh would move on from Pickett for Wilson. Up here, Joe, I was listening to the radio. It's funny. It's like listening to a team that you don't like, but it's comical. I listened to it over the last 2 days.
Black and gold.
But here's the thing, Dave. I'm telling you, they called, of course, being a hockey guy, they called, Crosby the Jesus of hockey, being a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. They called Kenny Pickett the savior for the Steelers. Now, you know what? Now, instead of calling him the savior, he is Satan, Dave. They want him out of here. I heard today, Dave, going back to the time where Amari Cooper got traded. What did I say? He got traded as a 5th-round pick and a bag of stale peanuts, correct?
Yes, he did.
Well, that's putting it kind what people are saying about Kenny Pickett right now.
Well, I know somebody who loves Amari Cooper lately.
Who?
It's Joe Flacco.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying with Pittsburgh, what do you think? Would you take? Pickett's on this would be his 3rd year coming up next year.
Is this his 3rd year? Okay.
He's been there 2 years. Last year he played. This year he's been, he's out on IR now, where it's still rehabbing. But would you do that, Dave? I mean, would you?
No.
I tell you what. This is my scenario, Dave. Here's my scenario.
I wouldn't.
Okay. Here's my scenario. Okay, we know Tomlin has never had a losing season, correct?
This is true.
Okay, the way they've been playing, they might have their first losing season under Tomlin, correct?
Didn't they just win this week?
They did, but they're still, right around that 500 level.
Aren't they still in that wild card hunt?
They are, but wild card I get. But if you're under 500, that's still a stable.
Yeah, but Mike Tomlin doesn't. Mike Tomlin always comes through this time of year.
The thing. If they don't make the playoffs this year, Dave, and they go under 500,
I think Pittsburgh gets in. But go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, if this is the scenario, if they don't make it in the playoffs, do you make a big splash being Tomlin saying, you know what, I fired Matt Canada, the OC. I brought in a new OC here. We've shown glimpses, but we lost our quarterback. I understand that. But here's the deal. Let me go out and make a splash with Russell Wilson, bringing him in here to give me one more year to say, let me work with this quarterback, something I haven't had in a while since Ben left, correct?
Well, they respect Tomlin. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Save his job. You never know.
He's been there forever, and I don't see him leaving Pittsburgh. I just don't.
No, I don't either. But the way they're
talking
right now,
you say Steelers, I think Tomlin right away. I think it's like
no, I do too. I mean, I go with Bill Cowher, Chuck Noll, and the Tomlin. Those are the 3.
I mean, yes, those guys, of course, but I just think. Sure. I mean, currently, I think Tomlin. That's just
No, I agree. I mean, when you think of Pittsburgh Steelers, you think of Tomlin.
You think Mike Tomlin. It's like a given.
All right, Ken says he's off to work, brother. Be safe out there, man.
Later, big man.
Definitely. Christmas. Linda says Christmas is great. My daughter loved to open all the gifts. There you go. That's what it's all about. Family.
Linda, that's awesome. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's funny. Like a lot of people actually sent me a message. Hey, no podcast this weekend. Saturdays. We did ours on Saturday, Dave.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Monday, Tuesday, and I'm like, no,
Christmas.
Don't you have family? I'm family first here.
Not happening.
Yeah. Joe brings up a comment here. Russ isn't great anywhere, but he's better than some of these options. I agree. I mean, a veteran QB that knows. I mean, Dave, you played at Seattle well, go back to. I know you're not a college fan, Dave. He played at NC State. Transferred.
Well, I knew at NC State.
He went there, and then he gets drafted. Everybody said he wasn't tall enough. He wasn't good enough. Learns the Seahawks system, plays there, gets to a Super Bowl.
You won a Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, gets there, wins it. A couple appearances, except for the Marshawn Lynch.
Should have won 2.
Didn't
Should have
give the
won
ball to
2.
Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, you don't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. That's on your head coach, number one. But then you go to Denver, a different scheme, a different system, more advanced than the Seattle Seahawks offense. It's going to take time to learn, Dave. It really is.
I'm not denying that. But he was Russell Wilson. He's our savior. He's the guy. He's going to help us.
But the way I look at it, Dave, what they gave up, I understand he's still a good QB. I'd take him over some of the.
I'm not saying he's not bad. I'm just saying I think he's lost a step or two. That's all I'm saying.
But you gave up way too much for a guy that you're calling the savior, Dave. You're giving up 2 first-round picks, and then you bought contracts out. You sold contracts basically, Dave.
Well, going back to our team, we have some good news on the field that I keep hearing. I don't know. I hope it's good news.
Yeah, I get that. Eddie checks in. He says, "I think Sean Payton is Denver's problem, not Russell. Breeze carried Payton for many years." I kind of agree with that too. I mean, you look at with
the great Sean Payton's a problem now. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you know what? I think, Dave. Honestly, if you think about this, I'm not trying to pick sides here, but you think about this. What Eddie's saying there. Okay, a coach that's played or coached back in the day with arguably one of the greatest, teams that I've seen, Saints offense. Okay, Kamara, Michael Thomas, of course, these players that he had. But then you go out of the league for what, 3 years, right? Then you come back into the league. Dave, the league evolves week to week. Okay,
it's flavor of the week instead of flavor of the month.
That's what I mean. It changes every week. It's Baskin Robbins. I want chocolate. I want vanilla.
I want vanilla.
You know what I mean? And I think that's some of the coaches that we see that's old school. That ground and pound day. Well, that's not going to work in today's NFL, Dave. You know what I mean? You look at all these teams now. That's why
time out. The green mint chocolate chip, not the white. It's all good.
I didn't say white chocolate chip.
Well, you say there's 2, so you got to.
I ain't touching the white chocolate chip. I'm going to the mint chocolate chip, Dave. The mint chocolate chip.
I got you.
Either that or I can go down for some Rocky Road, man, with the Reese.
I can't do Rocky Road. Oh,
the Reese Cups, brother. You got to try that one.
I'm okay with that. With that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Dave, old school coaches, they get out of the league for a while. Dave, up here, I've evolved my offense to 1 week I don't throw the ball. Next week I run the ball 100%. I evolve my offense, whatever it's going to go. But maybe that's the issue too. I kind of agree with Eddie in situation with that. I really do. But, Eddie says, not as much as what the Niners gave up to draft Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
I agree. I mean, they gave up the farm, but you know what? What they gave up, they're so good at picking up talent and free agents that they didn't have a lot of pieces to fill other than the Seahawks gave up every asset they had to bring in one piece and then say, he's the savior. We're going to build around him. That was different. Trey Lance was just a guy who could work into the system with pieces around him. Yeah. Denver, man, I tell you what, Denver's going to be paying the price for a long time.
I agree with that.
Long time. Yeah. But, Dave, let's get back into this game, man.
Yeah, this
22-20, Dave. I mean, Dak didn't have a bad game, Dave.
No, he didn't play bad. Dak did okay.
2 TDs, of course. Running the ball, Dave, 25 carries, 97 yards, which I'd like to see a little bit more running. But my major concern, Dave, was this right here. Hear me out, Dave. Okay?
I'm listening. Where am I going to go? I'm with you the whole show. I'm not going anywhere.
I got to wet my whistle over this because it's going to kind of piss me off here.
You know what? Let me hear you. Go ahead.
Here's the issue with me, Dave. First quarter, moving the ball really with ease, up and down the field, regardless of, the fumble. Discredit that. It's gone out the window. You move the ball the entire first quarter, Dave, with CeeDee Lamb, the tight ends moving the ball.
He looked great, didn't he?
Dave, first quarter looked good. I'm not pissed off about that, except for the fumble, which we don't talk about anymore.
Well,
Dave, second, third, wait till halfway through the fourth quarter. That they forgot they had CeeDee Lamb on the guy.
They forgot he was on the field.
And Dave, explain the play calling where you have the best player at wide receiver in the slot. You use him over 99 yards in the first quarter, Dave. Dave, he only ends up with 118 yards.
I know. He could have had over 200 if they kept feeding him.
Explain, Dave. What is Mike McCarthy doing? What was he eating a cheeseburger on the? Did he go down? Andy Reid's.
Maybe he was looking at the Italian menu. I don't know. I don't know.
Was he just overlooking Christmas and thinking maybe he got a new pair of underwear or a new pair of socks or something, Dave? Because I tell you what, I don't know what the hell he was doing, Dave. Because it was night and day from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter, Dave.
It was. I
don't get it. I don't
don't understand it either. I think.
Don't get it.
the running game wasn't great.
Dave
It was
Pollard,
okay.
12 for 38 yards.
I know. We got a total of 45 yards all game. Is that what it was?
97 total yards rushing, Dave.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, and that's Dave. That's Tony Pollard, Dak Prescott, CD Lamb. These are even jet sweeps, Dave, with CD Lamb. Okay, Brandon Cooks had a sweep. He got 9 yards. Rico, 2 carries, 4 yards. Dave.
Yards. I know.
Your physical back goal line.
I have no answers for that. I really don't. What do you want me to say? It's
you know what, Mike McCarthy. I hope you got a shitload of coal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie says Dak was solid. He was solid. I mean,
Dak was solid. Dak was fine.
But to me, man, listen, you're a $45 million quarterback, Dave, and you know what? Of course, it was so loud. I didn't get to hear. Here you go. Of course, but here's the thing, Dave. $45 million. Okay. You have to be that $45 million quarterback to get the play in your ear, walk up to the line and say, oh, shit, that ain't going to work. My man CD Lamb's in a slot. Here we go. Check down. Okay, here we go.
You found Cooks on that. You found Cooks on that third down, which was huge.
Yeah, but you gotta control the audibles, Dave. If you got a play you don't like, and like if Dave, if you're my hot wide receiver out there and you got 99 yards in the first quarter, and the head coach, the idiot over here, calls, hey, you know what? Let's give the ball to Hunter here and let's run up the middle. Dave, as a $45 million quarterback of a 10-4 team, Dave, what am I doing? Oh, hell no. Here we go. No, here we go. We're going here. That's what I'm doing. I'm finding you, Dave. Like, come on, Dave.
Yeah, Dak can change the play. He can.
He has every opportunity for it. That's what they go. Okay. If you listen to his okays, there's when he has to play, it's here we go. When it's a check down or something different, it's okay. It's an audible call to the line and the wide receivers. There was nothing involved, Dave. There was no audibles this week.
Well, that left side of the line wasn't too great either. I mean, Cheetah.
Do not bring up his name. Don't bring up.
No, I said Cheetah. I said
don't.
Cheetah. Nothing to do. He was getting double teamed, and
Dave, I thought you were going to bring up Chuma Doga.
No,
don't bring his name up. Okay,
I'm not bringing up his name. I'm just saying the left side of the line was it was like 3-on-2.
Because I tell you what, all I wanted for Christmas was the Katie give me a one-way ticket down at Dallas because I was going to find Chuma personally.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
Personally,
I know.
He was a
revolving. It was like watching Chad Green, dude.
I think Chad Green held a little bit higher than this guy. I tell you, Dave, I've never seen
about that.
I've never seen a left tackle. I've never seen a left tackle, Dave, line up 3 times, 3 situations, same damn thing. A guy to your outside, the defensive edge rushers out there, and he doesn't even assume the responsibility. He turns inside to Tyler Smith to act like Tyler Smith needs help. Are you serious? 3 plays, Dave. 3 plays. Chuma, you know what? Now I know why your mom named you Chuma.
Chuma.
What kind of name is that? Anyway? You know what I mean?
Missing 77 on the left side hurts,
you
bro.
Can say his name because maybe if we say his name, he'll show up this time, Dave. Tyron
I think.
Smith.
Well, he says he's feeling better from the stinger, so let's hope he's
God,
good
Dave,
to go Saturday.
That's just going to mean he's going to fall out of bed trying to pour a glass of milk. This son of a bitch is going to fall down the steps for no reason or something. He's going to scratch his back and pull a muscle.
There is a guy named Hankins that's going to be there Saturday too. So
but I'm talking offensive side of the ball, Dave.
Well, I know, I get it, but I'm just saying it's I get it.
Zach Martin was banged up this week. Terrence Steele's okay. Baez has been playing great, but
Tyler's been up and down.
He has, but he's been okay there. I mean, next to Zach Martin, of course, and Tyler Smith, that trio right there is good. But that left tackle, man, it shows you when Tyron Smith's out.
I think Zach was a rest day for him today. He didn't practice today.
A lot of them actually rested today. A lot of them were limited in practice. It
was a lot of limited. Yeah.
No injury prones, but
no, I didn't see anything that was named major on the injury report.
But I mean, you look at last week's game, Dave. Hey, we lost the game, of course. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I blame even.
I was just happy we hung. I mean, to be honest, losing by 2, I get it, but we weren't out of it by any stretch in any part of the game. We were never out of it. So
you just made the wrong adjustments,
just wrong decisions.
You didn't make the proper adjustments at the right time. Put it that way.
Right.
Very simple. But it is what it is. I take this as a learning curve, of course, and move on to the next week.
How about that one play Dak made when he was getting sacked and he found Gallup on the one catch? I think it's the only catch he had all game, but it was a first down.
I think Gallup had 3 catches, Dave. I can take a look at it real quick.
Oh, did he have 3? Okay.
I think he did.
Okay. I know. I just remember that key catch he had. First down.
He had two.
The one Dak was getting sacked, and Dak held up and made a throw to Gallup. It was like, okay, where you been, Michael Gallup?
Mm-hmm. And the one missed ball, man, right downfield. That was a clear touchdown. It was just a misassignment ball, little overthrown for the touchdown.
Which one?
I think it wasn't that the Cooks? I think it was.
Was it Brandon?
I think it was either Tolbert or him. I think it was. I think it was actually Cooks where he overthrew him, but who knows? But it is what it is. A loss is a loss, Dave.
What did Fergie do? Fergie didn't have a bad game, did he?
No, he was targeted 8 times, caught 4 balls for 45 yards.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But my thing, Dave, before we move on to this week here, what pisses me off, Dave, it's called assignment football. Like I said in our post-game show, what kind of made me mad, I was venting a lot. But, Dave, if Chuma's on my left side constantly getting beat, okay, I have great tight ends. I want to keep Ferguson out in the slot because he's a wide receiver to me.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
But, Dave, you have Schoonmaker. You have Hendershot, okay?
Yeah.
Put him next to Chuma Adoga. Give this guy help, Then you condense the line down to a 5 versus 7 offensive line, of course, right? Instead of going 5 on 5.
5 on 5, yeah.
Take away Chuma, basically you're playing 4 on 5 because this guy didn't know it was right from left in the side of football.
He did look lost, I have to be honest.
Double tight ends on that side, okay, and run the ball to that side. Run against that grain where I call schoolhouse right or left. 13% personnel, 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. Give this guy help, Dave, because there was no help. And that I blame 100% McCarthy for having the final say. But I blame our offensive line coach saying, hey, you know what? I got the answer here. Let's give this idiot some help, and let's put Shoemaker, a blocking tight end, over the top of Chuma, and let's condense that left end. It didn't happen, Dave. They left him on an island all by himself. I understand cornerbacks get, islands, but I've never heard of a left tackle being so bad and getting an island of your own. And you made that island because you were the only son of a bitch on your own island because you sucked that bad. He
was bad. I got to admit, he was bad.
It's bad, Dave. It really was. But, Dave, you know what? Hey, listen, it is what it is. A loss is a loss. We move on this week. We're back at home, of course, but
we're home.
Dave, Detroit Lions, man, are playing some up and down ball.
That Montgomery scares me. He's good. He's pretty good. They got Laporta, good tight end.
True.
They have weapons. They definitely have weapons. There's no doubt about it.
But you know what, Dave? There is a little glimpse of hope because of the fact that Miami is a very fast team, correct? We see that. Mostert, A-Chain, Waddle, Hill, of course. They have the weapons. Berrios in the slot as well when they want to run him. Well, you look at Detroit, basically the same situation, okay, with a better quarterback. Golf over Tua any day I'll take. The thing is, Montgomery, okay, Jahmyr Gibbs, same pick your poison. Gibbs is a fast running back. He's the A-Chain.
He can move. He can go. Yep.
Montgomery is that Mostert, correct?
Yeah.
Look at Detroit. Great wide receivers. Amon St. Brown. You have these fast wide receivers.
St. Brown, Laporta,
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, yeah. Yep.
Same situation. Take what they did. You did shut you contain Hill is what you did last week. You did that. But
we definitely contained them. There's no doubt about that. He didn't find pay dirt. So
take that same game plan and utilize it this week. But what I want to see this week, I could play the same situational football on defense. But this week, you got to run more stunts.
I think you got to get to Goff a lot. That's what I'm thinking. Because Goff, he can be a statue back there.
Well, Dave, what did we say last week against the Dolphins?
But Goff doesn't run like Tua does.
Tua doesn't run either, Dave. That's the thing. We got to get to his face. And what did we not do? We sacked him not even one time late in the fourth quarter by Micah.
We get one. Yeah,
one sack late in the fourth quarter, Dave. It was like a charity one. Like, okay, it is what it is. But you got to get to these quarterbacks. And the thing on defense, there was no stunts, no twists, nothing like that. No direct.
I think D-Law had a pretty good game. I thought D-Law had a good game.
Right. What I call is like a show and go. Your linebacker stays outside. He hides behind the D-line, D-tackle. Guard comes in. He pulls this way. The linebacker comes off that and gets right down the line, coming in a gap. We didn't do that, Dave. The first 14 weeks, we did that. This week, I don't know what Dan Quinn, maybe him and McCarthy said, hey, you know what? We got a Pollyanna as soon as we're done here. Come over to my house. I got a great gift for you because they did not coach the game, Dave. They did not coach the game on both sides.
They didn't coach. I agree.
Very simple. Very simple.
Yep.
But speaking of Lions, Dave, I mean, what scares you the most? You said Montgomery.
Montgomery and Laporta scare me. Laporta's
he's good.
He's good tight end. He really is.
He's solid. I love him watching out of Iowa. I thought he was a great tight end.
I've had him for fantasy pretty much, and he's done pretty well.
Yeah, he was my third tight end coming in last year off the draft from Iowa. I thought he was going to be there. I actually had I hate to say it, but I had Michael Mayer, coming out being the best one last year, but they're not using him in Oakland. But
if you look at Detroit's schedule, I mean, they were win-loss, and they weren't consistent.
Yeah, I
they
understand
lost
that,
Thanksgiving Day. They win one, they lose one.
but you know what? You're putting it together at the right times. You're finding
And
ways to
they're
win.
not a very good road team. They're not a good road team either. So,
I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages. We are playing at home, which is a good thing for us.
Which
They're
is
playing on the road.
we.
Disadvantage for them.
What scares me is this could be our last home game of the season.
Yeah, don't say that, okay?
I don't want to say that. I don't.
No, you're definitely true about that.
But I'm just stating a fact. I'm not saying it.
I mean, we lose. We get that 5 seed, Dave. We become road warriors. You know that.
That's the problem. Yep.
And that's kind of scary. I mean, I know. If it ended today, Dave, we would play Tampa Bay in round
Tampa
1.
Bay in the first round. Yeah, I know.
Which would be okay, but brother, Baker Mayfield is playing right now.
Yeah, he is. He actually is. And so is
1 interception. He's playing.
Also, is Mike Williams too. Mike Williams having a good season. Yeah.
I mean, what? No, Evans, right?
I meant Evans. Sorry, Mike Evans. I meant Evans. Who the hell
they got Mike Williams now?
I know. I meant Evans. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, he's playing good too.
And their running backs are good too. They're pretty good, solid.
Yeah. But I mean, I think this game is, it's going to pick your poison. Dallas is actually favored by 2.5 right now on the lines, which I think that.
No, actually, it's 6. It's actually 6.
Oh, was it? Okay, I'd look at a different game.
Dallas is 6.5. Yeah. Well.
Okay, no, that was college. That was my college game I was just looking at, actually.
Yeah, 6.5.
Right now it's 5.5 right now is what it is.
It was 6.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, 5.5, which that's going.
It went down. It was 6.5 last time.
Yeah, on DraftKings right now. It's 5.5. Actually, this is Caesar's sportsbook. That's what I deal with. But yeah, 5.5, 6.5. I think that's clear.
I think that's
clear favorite.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this game is going to be a little bit closer. I think it's going to come down.
I think we got to put some points on the board, and that's what we do at home. I mean, we put over 30 at home all the time. Which I don't understand the road thing. I just don't get it. But
I mean, David, it is what it is. I mean, if you like, a lot of people say, well, like with Miami, that's natural grass. Grass, not glass. But you go to Buffalo, it's turf. But there's a difference between, a humid, a temperature-controlled 68 degrees in Dallas, Texas, versus a 30-degree wet turf in Buffalo. There's a difference. And plus, it's home field. Everybody shows up, Dave. And
a 75-degree wet turf in Miami too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody plays certain teams different. I give.
I get it.
They played well, but But getting back to this game, Dave, I think the factor is, I want to see Mike McCarthy. If the coin toss is our advantage, I want to see Dallas get the ball first, and I want to see them drive right down the field.
I like getting the ball first, but I like playing defense first. I like getting the ball second half.
I don't. I like to see that offense because, Dave, I mean, your defense comes out there and it goes either way or whatever. But after last week where the offense, first drive, you come out and fumble the ball, you look good, fumble the ball, a lot of miscues, a lot of penalties. I want that offense to come out and say, you know what? Everybody's talking about our offense. We know who we are. Let's just go down and put 7 points on the board, make them play from behind because, I mean, I'm just that way, Dave. I want to make a statement.
I get it. You want to go down there and drive, get the drive down there, score first. I get it. I understand that totally.
And then I walk off the field saying, you know what? Our defense is our strong suit. Now it's time. We held serve now. Now it's time for you guys to held serve, and we'll come back third set, and then we'll just run it down their field again. That's, to me, what I want to see because Detroit is iffy. They can score fast, and they can't score.
Oh, they can. They can
score fast. But at times they do sputter too, Dave. And I think it's like you get up on them faster. Dan Cam, if you watch a lot of the games, they play from behind. They can score, Dave. We've seen them down.
Oh, they did that Thanksgiving game. They came back. They were down with Green Bay, and they came back.
They can score fast. And what they do is they take Montgomery out of the game when they're behind a big point, like 7 points. They take Montgomery out of the flow of the game. They put what's his name in there? Oh, Jesus. Jahmyr Gibbs more.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
He's a faster back and he's a pass-catching back.
Yep.
That's when they open it up with Detroit. That's, to me, I think that benefits Dallas a little bit more because our safeties can play good. Take away that running game. I think we can hold with them on the pass coverage, but I think the running game is where they hold the advantage because Montgomery and Gibbs are two solid backs that can get outside the tackles, and Montgomery can run in between the tackles. And that's where you're going back to the Buffalo game where James Cook.
We got to stop the run, bro. You know that. We have trouble with that.
I'd rather take away the running game and let them pass the ball because it's just like with Dak. If Dak's going to beat you with the passing game, so be it. If Goff can beat with the passing game, so be it. I want to take away what they're better at first is Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery running the ball. I think they're a better team when they run the ball.
I think I stop Montgomery is my question. That's how I look at it. And just shut him down and then let Goff make mistakes because he can. Yeah, we used to on.
You know what, Dave? I have a bad omen on my mouth because the last time I said when we talked the Buffalo Bills game, you said what you say, Stephon Diggs would be the big factor. I said I'm scared of James Cook. When I said that last time, a running back, look what happened.
Yeah, James Cook tore us up, didn't he?
I just hope it's not that same kind of
situation. James Cook hasn't done anything since then, so.
Hey, you know what? You always
he had a bad game last week, and he had, 6 points?
Yeah.
He didn't do much.
That's a great thing. Eddie says St. Brown can run the ball, too. I'm on St. Brown can run
that ball.
He runs a lot of jet sweeps coming out of there, too. He's good. I mean, I love him.
This could be a high-scoring game, bro.
It can be. I think that's what I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a shootout, though. Honestly, I really don't.
No, I don't want either.
We can score 40 points at home, Dave, but
Detroit's defense isn't all that great, though. I mean, it's
but I mean, the key thing is they find ways to win. You know what I mean? If the defense makes a stop, I tell you what, that offense, Dave. If I'm Detroit and I make a stop on defense, I tell you what, I'm happy because I know Jared Goff and his offense can come out and put 7 right back on the board.
I agree.
Yep. And that's what I feel with Dallas. I want it vice versa. If I'm the defense, I'm thinking like, well, damn, you can't put up points. We hold the best show on earth right now this year, 22 points speed-wise. You guys can't give us, 20 points. I want to see that offense come out first, Dave. That's just me, but who knows, man?
Put 7 on the board and go from there.
Yeah, no field goal. I mean, I understand.
No, I know. I like that. No, I see what you're saying. But to me, I don't know what it is. I just like getting the ball in the second half. I don't know why. It's just me. I've been like that. I mean,
but lately, Dave. Okay,
play defense first. Let your defense show that they can stop them, and then go down and put 7 on the board.
You look at how many times we've done that. We've said, okay, you have the ball first. We want the ball in the second quarter. We get that, or third quarter. We get that ball in the second quarter, last drive of the game, or last game of the half. Dave, we sputter. You know what I mean? That takes away, basically what I call a 14-point swing. You score in the second quarter. You get the ball.
It gives your defense confidence getting the ball, stopping on the first drive.
I don't think defense is the issue. I think the offense is sputtering, I mean, at home, what are you better at home, Dave? Your offense scores 40, right?
Yeah.
That's your strong suit at home. So I'm coming out saying, you know what, here's our best hand. We got that royal straight flush. I'm bringing it out here. I'm showing you what we have, a royal straight flush here. I'm bringing it out. You know what? What do you have? Because you can't beat my offense. We're better at home. I'm bringing all my cards to the table. I'm going all in on the offense right away. I'm gonna get 7 on the board and shut you up.
I'm with you. I am with you. I understand. I'm just like, to me, I just like defense first to get on the field, get that sack, get the ball, put the ball in the end zone, and say, here we go.
Yeah, but Dave, you know what? 1 sack last week against a offensive line that had 2 starters out kind of scared me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
what scares me a little bit. I'm not saying that you can't flip the script,
get to Goff, ruffle his feathers those here and there, and then here we go. We're rolling.
Here we go. It's easier said than done, Dave. Look at last week.
It's true.
But I mean, it's all about game plan. It's all about scheme. You gotta look what the film says last week, and you gotta progress yourself on that.
Oh, I'm sure Dan Quinn will have him rolling. We'll be all right.
Dave, he can't do any worse, Dave. I mean, no stunts, no twists, 1 sack, no coverage. Penalties, stupid penalties on both sides of the ball. Fundamental football. You got to get back to fundamental football, Dave.
That penalty on Micah was ridiculous, though. That to me.
Mm-hmm. DeMarcus Lawrence has pretty much no show this season. I agree, especially last week. I mean, man, listen.
He's been up and down, Eddie. I mean, I'm not going to say he's been no show. I mean, I've seen flashes of DeMarcus here and there.
But you know what, Dave? It's putting him, like, if you look at – Eddie does make a great point with that. You go back and watch the film. A lot of his sacks and, what I want to say, pass, what are they called? The hell's it called? Putting pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, getting pressure on the quarterback, pressure sacks or pressure instances.
I call it pass rush, but go ahead.
A lot of those are with a defensive end strong over the top of him. Like sometimes they move Parsons to that weak side, the strong side over there. They put Sam Mills on there. A lot of these are stunts and twists, like even a Marquise Bell, where he blitzes off and the lineman comes in and chips off of Lawrence and goes to Bell. Then Lawrence gets a pass rush inside. A lot of these are designed for DeMarcus Lawrence, but you got to put him in a position because I don't think he's worth the money he is, honestly, Dave.
No.
Really not at all.
I hear you. I'm a D-Law. I'm a D-Law guy, so I can't.
Yeah, I know you are. And he says Micah keeps keeping double team, and that's the exact situation there. If you're going to double team your best player,
they're holding Mike all day and they're not calling anything.
Well, I get that, but the thing is, like, you know what? There's 2 things that you go against. If your best player is getting double teamed, that's scheme right there, taking away him out of the play, of course. But on defensive side of the ball, if I see that my D coordinator, he's on D coordinated, I'm on offense over here. I'm watching the offense play on him, and I'm going to him and saying, hey, listen, you got to run stunts or twists to get off Parsons and bring that looping linebacker on the inside or outside because they're double teaming it. There's a hole, or play a little bit wider, run a safety blitz, run a different scheme of defense here, because that's what they need to do there. They really do.
Yeah,
He says DeMarcus doesn't help take the pressure off Micah. Exactly. That's the one thing. I mean, we know DeMarcus Lawrence is a bookend defense.
Lawrence had a couple key tackles on Sunday that I saw that stopped a couple drives that Miami had. I saw D-Law in there, making key stops.
But going to that point there, I mean, going back to like the Giants when you had Strahan and Umanura, of course.
Oh my God, that team was insane.
Well, that's what I call bookends. We know Parsons is a linebacker, basically a hybrid defensive end. He's a mismatch to anyone out there, unless you're an Eagles fan and you say Lane Johnson. Okay, but anyway, that's a different story for another day. But
another day.
Yeah, that's another day. That's a whole topic other than itself. But you look at on the opposite side there, DeMarcus Lawrence, just imagine if he demanded a double team as well, played up to his potential, Dave, that opens up a 5-on-4, basically, for the defensive side of the ball.
That gives a hole for Micah to do his thing.
It's something that needs to happen. He needs to step up because maybe he needs to get with, DeMarcus Lawrence like Micah Parsons did, learning the bull rush, the stunt, the twist move. That's what he needs to do. DeMarcus Lawrence is that type of dude where he bleeds on his natural ability, but doesn't want to better himself, I guess is what I'm saying, Dave. I can't say it's true or not, but if that's me, I'm learning some different moves out there, because one-on-one versus a double team, brother, your numbers should be a lot better than you have right now.
You would think.
Very simple, very simple.
Yeah, I got it.
And that's where DeMarcus needs to step. I agree 100%. I mean, I think he does. You're demanding, you're not even demanding a double team. A lot of times a tight end is on you. And if you can't beat that tight end in a 12 personnel, 11 personnel, you can't beat a tight end. Brother, you shouldn't be starting right now.
Should be starting.
Put Sam Williams in the freaking game. At least he'll give me, a bull rush.
I saw flash to him on Sunday too. I
think he's good. I think he's going to be good.
I like Sam Williams. I mean, but sometimes he doesn't think that block punt he should have had against who was the Buffalo.
He's still really considered rookie by snap count, Dave.
He is. Yeah, I got it.
I love them coming in. I thought he was just like a Michael Parsons, a hybrid guy, but on that side of the ball, DeMarcus has to step up a little bit. You're not even getting a double team. The tight end's chipping you, and you can't find a way to crease your self in there. And a lot of times, even the running backs, Dave, they're not picking up on DeMarcus Lawrence. They're picking up Parsons. Parsons being chipped by the tight end. On the left tackle, he's holding him. Then the running back gets a commit on Parsons. Lawrence isn't getting that, Dave. He's getting one-on-one coverage.
Well, we're not seeing Armstrong either, honestly. I mean, where's Dorrance been? Well,
only one really playing in the middle to me is Odighizuwa. I love how he's playing.
Yeah, I like those.
But the rotation has to be set, Dave. And this week, this wasn't set, honestly. It didn't seem like it was set up this week. It really didn't.
I got you.
More game planning, but they really need to, justify what they did last week versus Miami.
They need to get the golf is what they need to do.
Same defense, but you
torture him all day.
You got to be more exclusive on defense, Dave. You got to be more elegant. I want to say, a little bit more finesse.
Goff's a pocket passer. You know that. I mean, come on, he doesn't run.
That's what I mean. He's a hash stick guy. You keep him in the boundaries there. Of course, he's not going to run. He can run, but he's not going to run. He don't want to run. So you keep him in there. And what better way to do that, Dave? Going back to the Giants game, week 1. That first drive, what happened? They over pursued Danny Jones, and he ran up the middle on him, of course. This week, you're not going to do that. You run 2 outside linebackers coming in, edge rushers come up the field, and then you bring a stunts and twists inside there to get the golf. Make him believe that he has a time clock.
That's what I'm saying.
1, 2, 3. You have
to make him make decisions.
It's all about preparation on the defense. There's got to be a lot of different looks, of course, because damn well the Lions defensive offensive coach is going to sit there and say, well, this is how Tua got the ball out. We're not going to worry about this. We're going to worry about that. Right. If that game plan holds serve, then Dan Quinn has to come up with a better defense and saying, okay, And the other thing is, Dave, this is a hidden rule that I always say I don't see it from any team ever. When you have fast wide receivers, Dave, jam the guy off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know why we play 10 yards off the receiver. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I know you don't get beat over the top, but you don't get. But give him 5-6 yards.
But Dave, what pisses me off, it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, or 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Dave, we're playing like it's 4th and 20.
20.
So far off the ball.
I
It's
know.
just it's just a pass and catch, Dave. Hell, you and I could go in against the Cowboys defense sometimes. I can say, Dave, hey, it's 4th and 3. You got Gilmore playing 10 yards off the ball. Just go 3 yards. I'm going to give you a quick out.
Yeah, just give me a quick out.
It bothers me. It's just fundamental football. It's assignments, really what it is. But
that's all it is. Yep.
Dave, we've been on for almost an hour here. What do you think about this game here? What are your final predictions for this game? I know we're going to do a post-game show before the game. Of course, we always do in a post-game as well. But, leading this game here, 2 days before the game here, what do you see on Wednesday night before the game on Saturday? What do you see the score would be? And then we'll relay that to Saturday of the ins and outs and, the inactives.
Dallas has got to put points on the board. The offense has got to score, which we know we can at home. It's what we do best.
Mm-hmm.
I see Ferguson. I see Lamb. I see maybe Cooks. Dak maybe gets one. I'm going to say Cowboys 35, Lions 24.
Wow, you got that 11-point win, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I think it's going to be a 30. I think both teams are going to score 30, Dave. I really do. It's going to come down to listen, both teams have solid offenses, man.
Dallas might put 41 on the board, but I'm going to give them 35.
But you know what? I think this game comes down to I think Dallas can score. I think the Lions can score too.
I mean, Detroit's defense doesn't scare me. It's not that great.
Well, that's what I think. I think it's going to come down to which defense can create a 1 3 and out or a turnover, which whatever happens. I think it's going to be honestly. I think it's going to be probably. I want to say in the 40s, Dave. I really do. Both teams, but I'm gonna go 39-34 Dallas. It's all going to come down to me if Dallas can control these wide receivers for the Lions, especially Porta, the backs out of the backfield because I tell you what I think Gibbs is probably one of the best rookie backs that they have this year.
You might get a lot of Aubrey field goals too. So.
Dave, don't say that because I do not want field goals.
I'm just saying to add on to the points that we're getting for touchdowns. So
okay, so you're talking about extra points. Okay, that's fine. That's
right.
Fine. I'd rather this kind of game, Dave, when we're talking 30s and 40-point games, there's no field goals involved.
I mean, if we're up 24 something, 34, and you might get one, not extra points, but maybe 2 or 3 field goals.
And this is one thing I do want. Hopefully we do this week, Dave. A lot of points were left on the board last week. A couple field goals.
They were. They were.
Even on both sides of the ball. I mean, if you're a close game and you're playing for your lives right now, I'd rather play to win rather than play not to lose. Okay,
I get it.
I'm going to take my points. I'm a type guy, Dave, where I know I can score on offense. I want that 7, but sometimes you got to be humble and you got to take that 3 in a close game.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, sometimes you have to.
If it's there, if it's 4th and 3, I can understand going for it once in a while, but sometimes you got to take the points, and I do
want
the points
yeah.
this week. I really do because I think this is going to be a back and forth game, and it could be a possession game. Who has the ball last? So I think I'm going to go 39-34 Dallas. That's early, Dave. That's with we don't know who the inactives is.
Right, we don't know for sure.
We don't know if Tyron Smith's going to trip over his kid's Lego or something and pull a muscle or reach up to the cabinet and get a neck stinger. I don't know. I have no idea.
He says he's feeling much better, so it's good.
Dave, I felt better this morning too. Then I woke up and I'm like, my back hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great.
But Dave, it's true though. Tyron Smith. We don't.
I know how he is. I'm hearing good things. It's Wednesday. That's on Wednesday.
I lost all trust when this son of a bitch said he's active, but he's eating a hot dog on the sideline. Remember that?
That blew my mind.
I lost all faith during that week, Dave. Like, you know what?
That was crazy.
You son of a bitch. I can't believe it. You're practicing all week, then during the game, you're active, and I see you with all braces all over your shoulders.
I know.
Ready to go.
I know.
Big 77, and then, my man's
standing there on the side like, come on,
my man's got 2 hot dogs, mustard, relish, and he's asking for onions to come down too. Like, come on, man. Come on.
I got you.
Yep. Eddie's got a high-scoring game. Eddie's got Dallas 45, Detroit 42.
Wow,
that's high. I can actually. I don't think it's going to be that high because that
I don't
to
think
me,
45. I don't Dallas put 45 on the board. Wow.
I think both sides of the ball. I mean,
Dak putting up numbers. You put up 45.
Hell, that's like one of my teams playing, Dave. We averaged 54 points.
Is there a pick 6 in there? Anywhere that 45?
Shit, I don't know. I don't think there's any punts in that game. Honestly,
Is there a fumble recovery to a 6? Is anything? I'll take it.
No, Dave. I don't think there's any punts. I don't think there's a punt in that game. Any interceptions? I think it's 7 possessions on both sides, basically scoring.
Is there turnovers in that 45? Anywhere? I don't care where they are. I'll take anything at this point.
Hey, Eddie's words to you: straight offense. Straight offense.
Wow.
And that's to me what's going to happen. I think.
Not a fumble recovery for 6, not a pick 6. That's anything. That's safety. I'll take a safety. Anything.
But I think that's what a game's going to come down to: who turns the ball over, who can control the line of scrimmage. And I think honestly, I think both teams, Dave, are going to try to establish the run first, because both teams have potent offenses that can score on a drop of dime. A high, what I call NASCAR offense. And I think we're going to see a lot of either Dallas coming out saying, hey, you know what, O-line, let's kick it in. We're going to run, Pollard, Rico. And I think, the Lions are going to do the same thing, because you want to keep the other offense off the field. I think that is one key to the game. But if it gets into a shootout, I can see Eddie's point going, 45.
Oh, I see exactly what he's saying. I remember a few years ago, we went to the Cowboy-Detroit game in Dallas. Mm-hmm. Zeke had a great day. Oh, Zeke was hot. He couldn't miss. I mean, Dak and him were just on the same page all day.
Well, Dave, back in high school, I used to be pretty good too. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying it was a good game, and the Cowboys did win the game. But I'm just saying that it was a Dak Zeke day. It just was.
I hope it's a Dak day and the defense.
Right. Dak had a good day. He did.
Yep. And Eddie, I kind of agree with Eddie here too. I don't trust either defense. I don't trust the Dallas defense. Basically, what I've seen over the last 2 weeks.
Lately, no, I don't either. I have to be honest. I mean, we haven't had a pick 6 in a while or a fumble recover or anything.
Well, not only that, Dave. I mean, Dallas plays 11 hats on a ball. That's Dan Quinn's system. And to me, you know what? It's more one-on-one tackles last week. It's missed tackles. And it's not Dallas Cowboy fundamental football, 11 hats on one ball. It's just not that way anymore, Dave. And that's what – they got to right this ship and get it right, Dave, because hey, listen, I'm not even going to –
Well, they have to take this in – like I said, they have to take this game, win this game, and take the next one into Washington, then take that momentum into the playoffs.
I agree. I agree with that, but you got to right the ship, Dave. The last 2 weeks you played bad ball. Of course, the way it looks on paper wise, that what fans look at. But you got to right this ship and say, you know what? Hey, number one, we got to get back to Dallas Cowboy football, which is fundamental.
Which is fundamental football. Run the ball like we normally do.
And the other thing
get Dak out. Get Dak on the run. Let him do his thing. Defense get pressure on Goff, and then I think we'll be okay.
I hope that's easier said than done, Dave. You know what I mean? But my thing is the other thing I got circled on my billboard in the locker room: penalties. Penalties. We got to play mistake-free football.
We lead the league in penalties, man. It's insane.
Dave, I know. I understand it. But most of them being – and a lot of what pisses me off, Dave, we're at home. I'm going to tell you what. It's going to be Saturday night. I'm going to be watching it on the big screen. If I see a false start from Dallas, I might have to build another projector screen, Dave. Okay. It pisses me off that you're at home, the snap count, and you're jumping off sides at home.
I know.
I guarantee, Dave, you know what? I'm going to give you a bold prediction right now, okay? Here's the thing. We have 3 false starts for the entire game. I'll tell you right now.
I have more than that.
Dave, stop it. You're probably right. Dave.
I'm just saying, you might have more than that.
You're probably right. There's Eileen saying, hey, guys. Hey, Eileen.
Eileen, how are you, girl? How was your Christmas?
Yeah, hope your Christmas was great, Hope Danny got you something good,
I'm sure he did.
He better have. Let me know because, I'll talk to him about that one. Adam checking in. Adam Glenn, he says, happy holidays. Go, boys. Of course you're a Cowboys fan.
Adam, what's up, baby?
Of course he's a Cowboys fan this week.
Adam Glenn, baby.
Yeah.
That's our wrestling guy right there.
Yeah, well, he's a Cowboys fan this week because he wants.
That's good. That's good.
But Adam, hey, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, all of this week, happy holidays to everybody out there, all viewers.
Adam, thanks for checking in, man. We appreciate all your check-ins there. It means a lot.
Definitely, thank you. For riding with us the entire year, and Eddie, new viewer, of course.
Speaking of the entire year, sir, this is our final show for 2023.
No, it's not.
I mean, for them. Well, I'm not counting pre or post game. I'm counting.
That's a show, brother. That's a show.
Okay, but that's not. That's post and pre. I'm saying this is our final 215 boys Wednesday night show. Yeah,
you're right, Dave. You're right about that one. You know what? Here, Eddie's going to make a bold prediction. If Tyron is playing, he will false start 3 times by himself.
That's probably true. That is probably true.
That is true. That
Dak,
you know what?
Dak, what did you say? I didn't hear you on the count.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, Dak, I didn't hear you, brother. What'd you say? Yeah, okay.
The hot dog was too good for you.
Yeah, like come on, Eddie. I believe you 100%. If that was something I could bet on, I would probably take Tyron.
How many false starts does Tyrod have in the game?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
There's your 3 right there.
You know what? I might want to. If he's playing, I might have to bump that up to 5 or 6, brother.
That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Definitely. Yeah, but Dave, you know what? Hey, man, you're right. This is almost coming down to another year for us. You and I started this show even before Out of the Box was actually brought upon.
Yep, this is true. This is true. I'm just saying, this is our final Wednesday night 215 boys.
Yeah, right. Prime time
for 2023. For 2023.
Right. You're right. What was your best memory of us doing this show this year, Dave?
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Where do we start?
I got a couple, but
it's tough. They all blur to me because we've done so many. I mean, really, we've done. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. I mean,
I like our shows before the season started because we really didn't do predictions for the season. I kind of like that was kind of cool. Like we were the only show that didn't do that.
Yeah, we don't do those. We really
I've seen other shows do like prediction of the Eagles season or the Cowboys season, whatever. We didn't do that. I thought that was kind of
No, we hardly ever do that, Dave.
No, it's very rare. But other than that, we had some good shows. Dave, up and down.
The crazy thing is, when is New Year's, Dave?
New Year's is, I believe it's Sunday night.
Sunday night. Okay. Ken's going to have 2 shows. Your Atomic Drop's going to be 2 shows. NFL Pick'em shows tomorrow night. So that's 5 shows basically until the New Year's.
Until the New Year.
I'm just looking at this now, Dave.
Well, Ken and I are going to be Saturday night 11 if you're going to catch the Atomic Drop podcast.
Well, that's going to be 5 shows that we have before the New Year's ends.
For the New Year.
Okay. Yeah. Dave, you know what? We've been on the air for 18 months now, correct?
Yeah.
Out of the Box has been established 18 months total.
Has it been 18 months? Wow.
18 months since I started this, a year and a half ago. Dave, can you just guess how many shows we will be on before our New Year 2024 starts?
How many live
shows? How many live shows have we done? Adding, counting these 5 shows that are coming up.
You mean this week?
Well, total for 18 months after the 5 that's going to be done before the New Year's. How many shows do you think we've done live in 18 months?
Wow.
This might surprise you, actually.
I have no clue.
I'll throw a number out there. I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be a lot higher than Tyron Smith's false starts for the entire season. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine, Paul, honestly.
Throw me a number, Dave.
I have no idea. I really don't.
You got to give me a number, Dave. All the listeners out there, we got 16 live viewers right now. Let me know how many shows you have. And you know what? For a New Year's Eve present, we will send you a autographed picture of Jave Yarnell.
Oh, great. That's all we need. Nobody wants that.
That's why everybody left, Dave. We're down to 2 viewers. Shit, Anyway, Eddie already put a number out there. Eddie, that's way too high. Definitely way
What's
too
Eddie's
high.
What's Eddie's number?
5,000. Eddie said 5,000.
5,000. I was going to say 3,000.
Damn, Dave, in 18 months?
Could be 4.
Dave, we'll have 636 shows in 18 months.
636 shows?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In 18 months.
But the crazy thing is, Dave, do you remember 4 months ago we did our anniversary show with 400?
Actually, I was thinking 500, to be honest with you. I really was.
We'll have 636 shows in 18 months, Dave.
Wow.
It's insane.
Started out
with 2 shows, Dave. Fight Club and 215 Boys.
215 was the 2 shows.
Look where we're at now.
Yeah, it's amazing where we came from, where we are now.
Yeah, and it all goes to saying thank you to the live viewers that we have, because Dave already knows this. I can call Dave at 2:00 in the morning. We can fight about some Dallas Cowboy stuff at 2:00 in the morning, but it's all about the viewers, man. Thank you for taking.
I mean, our main guy, Eileen, and it's just 5,000.
Eddie, I promise you this: we will not stop until we get to 5,000. I'll put it that way. Okay.
We will keep going. Absolutely.
It goes to show that people hate us, they like us, but you know what? The people that love us, I appreciate it. You're the reason why we do this. And to our haters out there, You are the reason why. I promise you, whatever it takes, I will get to that 5,000 level one
We'll
day,
get there.
no
Yeah, we'll
matter
get there.
what.
No
Say
doubt.
what you want. Say what you want. But you know what? To me, it's family and friends first, and I got the best group of guys that are on this show. You know what I mean?
We do what we can. We have fun.
Yeah. Dave, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Oh man,
We're not even going to do some final thoughts today, Dave.
It's Wednesday night. It's we're a few days from the New Year's. It's crazy.
Definitely. But you know what? How about, you know what, Dave? Screw it. Let's give some final thoughts out because this is the last primetime show, Dave. Take it away. Give the final
thoughts. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Spending time with your family and friends, and be safe on New Year's too. And don't do anything. Don't just be safe. That's all I can say. Be safe for your kids and everything.
Definitely.
Dallas Cowboys, Cowboy Nation. I hope you're listening to me right now. I really do. We need a win on Saturday night. We need to win this game. No matter how you look at it, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to win this game. 11-5 is better than 10-6. That's for sure. And let's get this win. We're home. Let's keep the home streak going, and get the win. And we'll find out what the Eagles do on Sunday, and then look to Washington next week.
Agree.
Have a great weekend.
And exactly what Dave said. And listen, it's New Year's Eve coming up here, and be responsible for yourself, your family, and others on the driveway out there as well. But if you get too much to drink, please call an Uber out there. Be safe for you, your family, and everybody on the streets too. Because if you take someone's life, remember they are the mother, brother, father, sister of someone out there as well. So take that in heed as well. And also, I just want to say thank you to our viewers who are riding this the entire year. I know I'll say this a lot, but thank you so much for riding this for the entire year here. It means a lot to us, and we promise you 2024 is going to be better. We're going to have some more shows coming on, new ideas, new people joining the network. So we're going to take it to another level, and no matter what, think outside the box because that's what we do.
Stay home, play games, watch movies, and watch the ball drop, and enjoy your holiday for your New Year. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, if you do
make snacks, do what you got to do, have fun, then don't call this guy.
No, but listen, if you're out there for any legal advice, make sure you reach out to Jason here. I know I got the phone on, January 31st all the way through the 2nd for injuries like this. Jason already talked to me about it. So I will be on the horn, answering calls as well. So I really don't want to hear from you if you do, but you're entitled to a case. If we take your case, please reach out to Jason Fine, 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al, Jason Fine. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. Super lawyer, top 5 in Philadelphia as of this year. Just got the award for Jason, of course. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, my neck of the woods, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Reach out to him. Mention out of the box, no recovery, no fee. If we take your case, one of the live operators take your case, we state it and we take it for you. We'll send you the documents. Guaranteed, no recovery, no fee. Mention out of the box, 33 1/3% guaranteed approval rate for your entire case out there. So, if you do need them, make sure you reach out to my good friend out there. But
Big Al,
Jason's one of the guys that he'd rather not get a case like, someone passed away or someone's really hurt. He's one of those guys that have family first. I've known him for over 15 years. He's my boss still, plus a great friend as well. So, he told me, hopefully we don't get any, calls this week, Paul, on the right note, basically. So, take it from that. But hey, guys, as Eddie's guys said,
1-800-HURT-123. Call Big Al.
Exactly. Make sure you tell him out of the box sent you, of course.
That's right.
Eddie says, "Good night, boys." Eddie, I appreciate you, brother.
Eddie,
have a great Happy New Year with you.
Thanks for talking to us, Eddie. We need to talk to you, Eddie.
There you go. All right, Dave, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Absolutely.
All right, Dave. As we always say, this is going to be the last one, Dave, of the New Year's.
I
need a prime time. How about them Cowboys or something, Dave? Because you better take us out of here really good tonight, Dave.
You want me to take you out really good?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really want? Do you want a good one here?
Dave, dude, listen to me. We're prime time, brother, for a reason. Okay, we're 9:30. We're the prime time on a Wednesday night.
If I say what I normally say, like when I'm not online.
You're the showstopper. Let's take it out.
Can I say what I want to say?
Say what the hell you want, Dave. This is out of the box. When you think outside the box,
man,
we are often duplicated but never replicated.
Cowboy Nation, let's get the win. If you smell what this Cowboy fan is cooking,
you already know. How about them Cowboys, as Dave always says. So my name is Paul Spencer. That is a showstopper, Dave Yarnell. We'll see you Saturday, a little bit before the game, about 30 minutes before the game. Take you up to pregame, also post-game. But if we don't hear from you then, guys, please have a blessed, happy, safe new year to you and your families all around. Thank you so much for joining us.
Go, boys, go.
You already know.